Welcome to this mat yoga practice. So today we're going to do some standing shoulder. I know that sounds wrong. We're going to do some shoulder exercises while standing. How about that? Does that sound better? So what you're going to need is you're going to need a wall or a doorway or someplace that you can kind of use as a prop to help with the awareness and with the movements that we're going to do today. You might want to grab a mat just to give yourself a little bit of traction and a little bit of space. You can always do these practices without the wall, but what the wall will do is it'll help give you a little bit of balance as well as a little bit of extra. So as we go through the practice, I just want to remind you to pay attention. Sometimes when we do those little extra things, when we push a little bit harder or use a prop to help us stretch farther, we can push beyond where our body really wants to go. So I want you to really pay attention as we go through this practice. And now that I've freaked you all out, we're going to just start in a comfortable standing position. So find a spot where your legs feel solid and stable underneath you. If you like, you can close your eyes here and just bring your attention into your body. And then place one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest. And just take a couple of breaths. Finding that space where you can be aware, where you can just feel the movement of your body as you breathe. Now I encourage you to try and breathe through your nose, but if that's not an option today, just find a way to breathe easy. And then keep a little corner of your attention, a little corner of your mind on that breathing. And then let your arms come down by your sides. Since this is a shoulder focus workout today, we're going to start with the shoulders. So on your next inhalation, bring your shoulders towards your ears. And then when you exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. So it's kind of like you're shrugging. Big, exaggerated shrug. Using that breath. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Maybe one more time, just like that. And then let your shoulders relax. Let your arms hang down by your sides. And then point your thumbs towards your legs here. We're going to start with a little movement, a little rotation. So when you inhale, you're just rotating those thumbs forward, out to the sides and back, gently squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back. And then when you exhale, return to the starting spot. Really think about pulling that belly button in. So I'm going to give you the side view on this. When you inhale, you're rotating your thumbs back. It's a little back bend, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then when you exhale, thumbs towards your legs, pulling your belly button in. You can even tuck your chin so you get that stretch along your spine. Do this a couple more times. You go at your speed. Don't wait for me. Maybe one more. Just finding that space, just warming stuff up. All right, now roll your shoulders again and maybe notice they feel a little bit warmer, a little bit looser. Maybe not, that's okay. All right, so we're gonna do that same thumb rotation, but we're gonna do one arm at a time with a head turn. I want you to start with your right hand. So when you inhale, you're rotating your right thumb forward, out to the side and back, turning your chin away from your reach. We're looking for that stretch along the side of your neck, the front of your chest. Maybe you feel it all the way out through your fingertips. And then when you exhale, return to the starting spot. And then look for that same stretch on the other side. So rotating your left thumb back, chin turns away from your reach. And then exhale, return. Now the tricky part here is to continue to pay attention. Now that you got it, rotating your thumb back, turning your head, try and find the stretch, find the space. And then exhale, returning. Again, switching sides. Now, if your brain decides this is a good time to go grocery shopping, bring it back. I'm always grocery shopping. Let's do it one more time on each side. Just having that awareness, paying attention. All right, after your next exhale, you should be even. Roll those shoulders again and notice any difference. Maybe just feel that circulation out through your fingertips. All right, so now we're gonna move the arm movement higher. So I want you to reach your arms out in front of your chest. When you do this, again, find that stretch between your shoulder blades. You can tuck your chin so you get that stretch along your spine. And then when you inhale, you're opening your arms away from each other, lifting your chest. You can even lift your chin here. And then exhale, reaching forward, really pulling that belly button in. Now, as you do this movement, you can have your elbows bent. That's okay. That way you're really focusing on your chest, your shoulders. This can be especially helpful, releasing tension, kind of balancing the front and the back. Depending on what activities you've been doing this week, this might be a useful movement. Let's do one more. Both arms forward. And then inhale, reaching back. And then as you exhale, just let your arms relax. And again, roll in those shoulders. This is always a good check-in. Maybe they're feeling a little bit more lubricated. All right, so we're gonna do that last arm movement again, one arm at a time with a head turn. So start with both arms out in front of you. Find that stretch between your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin a little bit. Really pull your belly button in. Now when you inhale, starting with that right hand, you're just going to reach your right arm back. Let your chin follow your hand on this one. And then when you exhale, reaching forward, chin following your hand. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale, reaching back. Again, your elbows can be bent. Exhale, reaching forward. Do this a couple more times. Notice where you feel the action. Focusing on one arm at a time, your arms out in space, so you get to control how far, how much of the stretch you do. The next time you bring that left arm forward, your chin forward, everything gets to relax. Roll your shoulders and feel the difference. Oh, maybe feel that little bit of work across your chest, your shoulders. So that last movement kind of got across your chest and your deltoids a little bit. So we want to stretch those anterior deltoids. And the anatomy quiz is in the next video, so you don't have to worry about it. But the idea is that we're doing everything in front of our bodies all the time, and we want to stretch out these little muscles that work really hard to hold our arms forward. So again, you want to pay attention. We're using a little extra. By lacing our fingers together, we're creating a fixed movement, which means that our holding is adding tension at the stretch. So pay attention. All you're going to do is when you inhale, you're going to press your knuckles toward the floor, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back. Your arms don't have to be perfectly straight. And then when you exhale, relax. So I'm going to give you the side view again. Inhale, just pressing your knuckles to the floor, squeezing your shoulder blades together. If you like, you can lift your chin. And then when you exhale, relax. I encourage you to maybe go a little bit farther now that you're warmed up a little bit. Exhale, relaxing. Now I'm going to do one more. Only go as far as it feels useful. Ripping, tearing, shooting, cramping pain is not useful. Now you're going to release your hands. Bring your hands around to your legs. Bend your knees a little bit, and then we're just going to do a forward fold here. Now the nice thing here is that the arms can just hang. If you can touch the floor and your hands are touching the floor and they don't really swing, see if you can hold on to your opposite elbows here. Try and relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and just wiggle your hips a little bit. Feeling that little extra stretch down your spine, that little extra movement through your shoulders. And then you're going to release your hands slowly, stand all the way up. Keep those knees bent as you go. And when you come up to standing, give yourself a minute. Feel the spinning of the room, give yourself an extra minute. All right. Now we're going to come to the wall. If you don't have an entire wall, that's okay. You can still do this kind of in a doorway. So I'm just going to do like a half wall as if this was just a doorway. What we're going to do is back up to whatever your post, your wall is, and then step your feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance. We're going to do our triangle pose here. And your heels do not have to touch the wall, but try and get both hips, both butt cheeks against the wall. Again, if you're using that door frame instead, try and find a spot where your hips feel solid and stable here. And then we're going to rotate those right toes to the right. Bend your right knee just a little bit. And then I want you to keep your hands low for this one. Think about your shoulders, your spine, on the wall, on that door frame. Okay, so when you lean to the side, if you're on the door frame, you're gonna lose that little awareness, but think about dragging your shoulder blade along that stable door frame as you lean to the side, and then come all the way back up. So the goal here is to keep your chest open, right? So you're leaning to the side, pulling that belly button in, shoulder blade toward the door frame, maybe turn your chin left as you go. Inhale, come all the way up. I'm not going very far. We're just finding that awareness so the spines can stay long, your chest can stay open. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, leaning to the side. Now, find a spot where you can stay. Pull your belly button in, use those core muscles, lengthening your spine. And then we're gonna move this left arm. What I want you to do is start by reaching your left arm straight up toward the ceiling. See if you can get the back of your left hand to touch the wall, the door frame, whatever you got. All right, now all we're gonna do is reach that left arm out in front of our chest. Feel the stretch behind your shoulder blade. And then inhale, reach back up toward the door frame, toward the wall. Feel that opening through your chest. Can we do it again? Exhale, reaching forward. Try not to lean forward too much. Your spine stays pressing back. Inhale, reach up. We're gonna do two more. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale, reaching up. Okay, last one. Reaching forward. And then reaching up. Try and get your shoulder blade, the back of your hand, your hips on that, whatever support you have. And then just turn your chin to the right. See if you can feel that little stretch across the right side of your neck. Now relax both arms. You're gonna stand all the way up, point your toes forward. All right, you should feel a little crooked. So before we do the other side, maybe lift your hips away from the wall, the door frame. Bend your knees a little bit. Give yourself enough butt room that you can fold forward without your wall pushing you over. Take a breath or two here. Just finding that even stretch along your spine. And then bend your knees a little bit more. Slowly stand all the way up. Take your time. And again, if the room is spinning, take a minute. All right, and then you're gonna readjust so that your hips are against the wall with your legs pretty straight. You're gonna rotate your left toes to the left. You can bend that left knee a little bit, okay? Feel your legs nice and solid. Pull that belly button in. Think about your spine, your shoulders toward the wall, toward the door frame. Hands stay low. All we're doing is leaning to the side. And as you lean to the side, if you're on that door frame, if you end up out in space, the idea is to keep that right shoulder blade pressing to the wall, to the door frame, whatever you got. And then when you inhale, come back up. You don't have to go far. See if you can find that space, that stretch at your right waist. So between your hip bone and your rib cage. Inhale, coming back up. Do this a couple more times. If you like, you can add that head turn, so as you lean to the side, you're turning your chin toward the ceiling. And then come back up. We're gonna do one more, leaning to the side, and then find a spot where you can stay. Pull that belly button in. If you have the full wall behind you, try and get both shoulder blades on the wall. And then you're gonna reach that right hand straight up toward the ceiling. Try and get your right shoulder blade, the back of your right hand, on whatever support you got. All right, now all we're gonna do is when you exhale, you're gonna reach that arm out in front of you. Shoulder blade stays against your support. When you inhale, you're reaching up. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching forward. One more time, reaching up. Now if you can, keep reaching up. Just turn your chin to the left here. Find that release through your neck. Pull your belly button in. Get tall. This is work. All right, now let both arms relax. Stand all the way up. Point your toes forward. If you can't, keep your feet wide. Maybe move forward a little bit. We're gonna do that forward fold again. So just walk your hands down your legs, folding forward, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck. You can have your knees bent a little bit here. And then what we're gonna do is take both hands to the outside of your right leg. It doesn't matter where your hands are on your leg, you choose.
As you bring your nose toward that right knee, you can straighten your left leg a little bit. You can even reach out to your left fingertips a little bit more. Feeling that stretch down the left side of your back. Take a breath or two here. Now stay folding forward. Walk your hands to the center. Both knees are evenly bent. And then we're going to walk both hands to the left leg. Bring your hands to the outside of your leg, your foot, whatever you can reach. And then you can straighten that right knee a little bit. Let your nose drop towards your left knee. And then if you like, you can extend, reaching out through your right fingertips that little bit extra. Make sure you can still breathe though. Take another breath or two here. All right, now you're gonna walk your hands back to the center. Both knees are bent. Pull your belly button in, nice strong legs, nice strong back. Stand all the way up, take your time. As you come up to standing, take a breath. All right. All right. So if the room is still spinning, give yourself another moment, another breath. And then when you're ready, we're gonna move, and this time, you're gonna bring your left hand to the wall someplace, and your chest is perpendicular to the wall or the door frame, whatever you've got. Now the idea here is we're getting that little stretch across the front of your left, so your left chest, your shoulder. And when you do this, you can rotate your thumb toward the ceiling or even toward the wall behind you a little bit more. Notice that when you rotate your thumb toward the wall behind you a little bit more, your shoulder blade kind of drops down your back a little bit more, opening up through that left shoulder. You do not have to be up against the wall. You do not have to have your shoulder touching your support. Just give yourself some space so you can open up that left shoulder. So can you feel that when we use the wall for this, it makes it a little bit more intense? So the tendency to push hard and maybe push too far, it's right there. So maybe back off, maybe just do 70% at this point. Chest is perpendicular to your support. Okay, now left arm gets to stay here. We're gonna move the right arm. So start with your right arm out in front of your chest. On your inhale, you're gonna open that right arm to the right side, let your chin follow your hand. And then when you exhale, reach forward. Again, like that. Inhale, reaching out to the side, chin follows your hand. Exhale, reaching forward. Keep pulling your belly button in. We're gonna do two more. And then reaching forward, you go at your speed. Last one, reach out to the side. Now as you reach out to the side, keep that right hand where it is, turn your chin toward the wall. Take a breath here, push your chest forward a little bit. Kind of like you're on the prow of a ship, you can bring your chin forward, opening through your chest, kind of leaning forward, take a breath. Now relax both arms. Come away from the wall a little bit. And then you're gonna bring that left arm, that one that feels super stretched. You're gonna bring your left arm across your body to the right side. Reach up with your right hand to hold your forearm, your elbow, wherever you can reach comfortably. Hips, shoulders stay stationary. So if you have a wall, you can back up to the wall so you know that your hips and your shoulders are staying in line with each other. And then all you're gonna do is reach that left arm across your body to the right side. Maybe even turn your chin to the right. So you're just opening up behind that left shoulder blade. Take a breath. And then you get to release everything and roll. And maybe notice how much longer that left arm feels. Like a mile longer, right? All right, itchy nose. We're gonna do the other side. So as you're ready, this time you're taking that right hand behind you. And again, your shoulder doesn't have to be on the wall. You can be away from the wall. Start with your thumb toward the ceiling, and then if you can, rotate so your thumb is kind of pointing toward the wall behind you a little bit more. Your fingertips are kind of rotating toward the floor. It's subtle, it's small, so it doesn't have to be big. Just find the space that feels okay. That shoulder blade, that right shoulder blade is rolling back and down. All right, once you find your position, once you find your space that feels okay, because you know that right arm's gonna stay there, we're gonna move the left arm. So start with your left arm out in front of your chest, chin forward. As you inhale, you're reaching your left arm out to the side, chin towards your hand. And then when you exhale, reach forward, chin towards your hand. This is really channeling your inner ballerina. So find the space. Inhale, lifting through your chest, reaching back. Exhale, reaching forward. If anything gets too much, back off. If you can, one more time, reaching back. And then find a spot where that left arm can stay reaching back. Maybe turn your chin to the right. Take a breath here. And then keep both arms reaching back. Lift through your chest, chin forward. Maybe lift your chin a little bit. Oh, feel that space. Like you're on the prow of a ship. Now let your arms relax. I say that as if I'd been on a prow of a ship, but you know what I'm going for, right? All right, now we're gonna stretch the back behind that right shoulder blade. Again, your hips, your shoulders can be against your support, so you know that everything's lined up. You're not rotating your body. Your shoulders kind of stay in line with your hips here. And then you're bringing that right arm out in front of your chest, holding your right arm wherever you can. It might be different on this side, so just pay attention. Now reach your right arm across your body to the left side. Let your chin turn left. We're looking for that stretch behind your shoulder blade. So take another breath or two here. All right, and then you get to release. Maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. Oh, do you feel stretched, super stretched? I got one more thing for you. So I'm gonna give you the side view. I have this beautiful thermostat, and this is a cat scratcher. For all of you who've been wondering, this is a cat scratcher. So what I'm gonna do is just give you the side view so you can kind of see what's happening here. Your hips are against the wall. Your shoulders are against the wall. Try and get your head against the wall. It helps if you have a big ponytail that can be against the wall. Your heels do not have to be touching the wall. Now you're gonna bring both hands to your sides so your pinky fingers can touch the wall behind you. And then all you're gonna do is step your body forward. Leave your pinkies behind. So your pinkies are still touching the wall. And then imagine you have like a big beach ball between your hands and you wanna squeeze your hands toward each other, keeping your arms as straight as you can. So it doesn't matter how close your hands come together, but you want that action. You should feel your triceps working, okay? So pressing your fingertips back, squeezing your hands toward each other, squeeze your shoulder blades together. See if you can maintain that action through your arms. Your fingers stay touching the wall. On your next inhale, you're just gonna lift your chin. And then when you exhale, tuck your chin. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Keep lifting through your chest. We're gonna do two more. Inhale, lifting your chin. Exhale, tucking your chin. Maybe one more time. All right, this time when you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest, bring your hands to your legs. You get to fold forward. You should have enough room that the wall won't push you over. Try and relax your shoulders, relax your neck here. It's okay if your hands touch the floor. All we're gonna do is bend that right knee a little bit more, taking a breath here. And then you're gonna switch, bending your other knee, taking a breath here. Now bend both knees. Tuck your chin. You can roll your spine up here. Standing up nice and slow and easy. Maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. All right, now step away from your wall, your door frame. Give yourself some room. And we're gonna end with one big movement. So bring your hands together at your chest. As you inhale, reach up toward the ceiling, palms together. And then when you exhale, open your arms away from each other, reaching out to the sides and down. So palms together at your chest. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reach out to the sides and down. I'm going to encourage you to do a few more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching out to the sides and down. You go at your speed. Maybe one more. And then bring your hands together at your chest. Close your eyes. Just take a minute, take a breath. Notice how your body feels, especially your shoulders, your neck, your chest. Maybe notice that circulation all the way out through the tips of your fingers.
Thank you so much for playing. Namaste.